So with all of the Asian hate incidents and attacks on the...
Hey, bully.
No. We're just saying yes about something.
He's like, yes, catching criminals.
So with all the attacks on the elderly, thank you everyone for your comments about it on all these different platforms. It doesn't do anything. But there are people out there who are...
awareness and stuff.
There's people out there who are creating programs to help fight back and help protect our elderly. Ron is absolutely one of them. Thank you so much. Ron's got a program that helps teach elders to take care of themselves and defend against possible attackers. What's that been like, man?
It's been really awesome. I've never really jumped into like non-profit type of stuff. Like I've been just helping people through martial arts one-on-one and then social media. But a random person reached out and they started this thing called Seniors Fight Back. And they wanted me to jump in. They wanted to do self-defense programs for the elderly. They're like, we have no idea what that looks like, but we think you would be helpful. And I was like, heck yeah. And then so I jumped in, and then 9 months later, we've taught over 2,000 live students.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, dude, it's been freaking nuts.
That's so cool.
It's just been our 1 year anniversary.
Wow. 2,000?
Yeah, we've given out over 5,000 pepper sprays and sirens. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then randomly we got awarded the Nonprofit of the Year for the 47th district in the state of Sacramento. So we got to go to Sacramento and receive some award thingy.
That's sick.
Cool, man.
Yeah, it's been really cool. But yeah, we show up and like some of our events have like over 200 like seniors show up. Wow. And we're just going there and they're coming in and then like we go over like posture and like sending the proper message out to not look like a target. Like most of the training is in-invasive, non-contact. It's just 3.
That's what I was thinking too, because if they're old, they're not going to be able to fight a 20-year-old man. So it's like, what do you teach them?
So the 3 most effective things for self-defense don't require touching them at all. It's situational awareness. You look on the media, most of the people getting attacked, they're just minding their own business and they're completely unaware of what's going on around them.
They're just being Asian.
Driving, walking, sitting, duck feeding, reading newspaper, playing chess.
They don't have the spider senses. Because like when you grow up in certain places, like you just know, you just feel it. You're just like, that motherfucker right there.
But nowadays, everybody's oblivious to everything. People are on their cell phones. Even driving, they're oblivious to that they're in somebody else's lane. For real. You know, like, dude, you wouldn't believe the accidents I see in a day.
Yeah, the people at the crosswalk, you'll see like 5 people all on their phones walking across the crosswalk.
Almost getting hit.
They don't even look left and right.
Because if you have one of those, you know those crazy people that like just run red lights or some shit? Dude, if some guy flew down, they would just knock all of them.
I've seen a girl get hit with a car at 45 miles an hour, and she flew like 25 yards. It was the craziest thing.
And was she on her phone the whole time in the air?
She's still watching TikTok. Like,
she zoomed in. She was watching JK News.
I was in downtown, and that exact thing happened. The light was green. Lady, like you would assume that she would stop. She didn't even look up. She just started walking, and I was like, what the fuck? And then she looked up at me like I'm wrong. And I'm like, that's a fucking green light, you crazy son of a bitch. But on that same day, though, there were 2 guys that merged into my lane, and I look over, and they're on their phone merging. Yeah. And I'm like, who the fuck merges while they look on their phone?
Everybody nowadays.
Just because they have the right of way means that everybody should stop because that's the law, right? But obviously, how often does that not happen? A lot. So very tough.
Get off your phones, yo.
So these the seniors that come, are they like, where do you teach? Is it like at a park or?
Yeah, so we'll do our first one was at the Asian Garden Mall. So that was like the heart of Little Saigon in Orange County. It's like where that's like a historical landmark. It was sick. We had 200 seniors. We taught them all this stuff. So situational awareness, body language, the message that we send out to the world, and then the message that the people are sending out to us. So like the way I stand, right? Like sends out a message. Am I weak? Am I tired? Am I frail? Right? Or am I scary? Am I crazy? You know. And then
I can't wait to see a little grandma do that.
Oh, dude, there's footage. I have videos of it. Dude, I have little grandmas. It's kind of Tony Robbins-y, but I'll have grandmas and grandpas walk. I'll say, pretend you have a Superman cape on. You know, have your chin up, have your arms out your chest. I want you to stomp around for 10 seconds, and they'll do it. You can imagine like 200 people just stomping around.
So you have them like embody that energy so they know how to like duplicate it.
Yeah. Give them a hand, dude. That's so embarrassing, but you did it. No matter who cares. We don't know these people. You know, it's just a little being silly. But how did you feel weak? No, you maybe feel crazy, you know. But if a predator is going to decide between a person that walks like this and a person that walks like this, who are they going to attack first? You know, so these are all deterrents. You know, so and then body language. You know, somebody walks to you like this in a threatening manner, they're sending a message like, "Hey, I probably mean harm." But if they walk to you like this, you know, usually they probably mean less harm. You know, and then that's body language. And then voice. We have that. The people say 6 feet of space, but for me, that's too close. Like, there's not a whole lot of reaction time for 6 feet, so I say 12 feet, 2 car spaces. If someone's within 2 car spaces of you, then you should probably be aware of their existence and dictate whether they're going to be threatening or not. You know, if they get too close, then you use your voice. Stop! Use your hand and go back to our 3. Situational awareness, you know, distance, body language, voice. And those are the 3 most effective things for self-defense.
So practical, man.
Yeah, very practical.
Honestly is, even without even getting into an altercation, a lot of them could even 2 dudes at a bar, you know, could like, I don't want to fight or whatever, and then
you cause a scene. You ever someone gets crazy in a bar fight, and they start acting crazy, like, what? You want to fight me? You want to mess with me? They start freaking like putting fecal matter on you. Does that guy want to fight you anymore? You know? No, he's like, oh, you're crazy, man. F that.
you just see a grandma going,
Just have a. So
you want to fight me?
we're actually we're selling seniors fight back poopy bags. So if anybody wants to get mad, you take it out and you smear it across your chest.
Pre-pooped. Intimidation.
When you were trying to like get the word out to seniors to come to this thing, what's the best way to do that? How do you like get them to know that this exists?
Funny enough, you would think it's social media. It's not.
It's not. Yeah,
all.
that's
They're
what's
not
like
registering.
boggling my mind.
We'll have like 4 people register online for the classes, and then 200 people will show up. It's newspapers, it's local radio, it's the local community organizers.
Right.
And so we've gone to like senior communities, senior, what is it called? Senior homes.
Yeah.
Retirement homes. Retirement homes,
yeah.
huge. We went to LA, right across from the what's that? Grand Central Market.
Yeah.
Where the food is?
Yeah.
Right across, there's a senior living center.
Oh,
There
wow.
is? I don't even know.
Yeah, there's over like
On Grand Avenue on that side.
yeah, right across.
Oh, wow.
Next to that, you know that trolley that goes to like upstairs to somewhere. And then back right there's a senior living community, and there's like 400 people. They were so freaking cool. They all showed up, and we did waves of classes for all these seniors, and then we taught them all. And then they were also grateful and helpful, and like even had people in freaking walkers. They would get off their walker and then like clinch somebody. You'll be surprised how strong some of these seniors are. Like some of them hit hard. Like we don't teach punches because it takes too much precision, and it's so easy to break your hands. You know, so we teach them clinching.
That's
We
true.
minimize the distance. If you're aware they exist and you've read their body language and they got too close and you yelled stop and they're still coming at you, they want to hurt you no matter what. You win all these deterrents and they still want to hurt you, then we have to get physical. So we teach them 3 things once it gets physical, because now your life is on the line. Physically, we teach them to clinch to minimize the range, because right here is dangerous. Here's where they're most effective, right? So if I minimize it, can they still hit us and hurt us? Yeah, but they're less effective, right? So it's the lesser 2 evils. And then from there, if they're still fighting us, then we go for elbows and knees. Whether it lands or not doesn't matter. It's alarming. Someone does this right in front of you, it's like, oh snap, like they know what they're doing, or oh snap, it freaking hurt. Like elbows hurt, knees hurt. And like we're not teaching them super perfect technique. We're literally thumb down through your chest, turn.
Yeah, that's pretty good technique.
That's pretty good. That guy's a pro, though.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So that wards them away, and it's cool to see because that gives them confidence. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I could hit this hard. And so some of them get excited. They're going, wah-bah, wah-bah. I got kneed in the nuts on the first event. Yeah, dude, some lady went nuts. She missed the pad and went right to my nuts. Dude, I was like, boof. I was like, ugh, and they recorded the whole thing. And then I'm so sorry. I was like, no, you did what you're supposed to do. Good job. I'm like, high five. Oh.
Damn.
You know, and so
That's still effective.
very, very effective. You don't even have to hit them. And so, but that's worst case scenario. These predators, they're weak. Look at the media. When they hit or attack or strike somebody, they're not standing there and like look what I just did. They run away.
Yeah.
Right.
Right,
So
right.
they don't want a crowd, and the motive is just to get more eyes to the scene. You know?
Yell, scream,
More
yeah.
eyes you get, scream, yell. I even tell them, yell banana, yell freaking poke taco. It doesn't matter. You know, just get attention towards you. So they're less likely, because they don't want an audience. They want to hit and run. So the more eyes you bring to the situation, the less likely they are to move forward.
What's something that you've learned from like doing this?
I've learned which is funny is I guess not funny, peculiar and interesting is outside of the self-defense. I found the most benefit is discovering that the elderly community feel very unsupported and alone. The fact that we've been able to create events and community events and shows like, hey, and I tell them at every workshop, I was like, we just want to let you know that we want to thank the city or the organization or whatever, or we want to thank, Senator blah, 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 that we are here for you, we support you, and we love you. And that alone, you see they're like, like you can read it, you could read the crowd,
But what if they deserve it?
Yeah, what's your take on that, Ron?
Someone might look at my dad and be like, oh, look at that old guy, right? I gotta take care of him, whatever. I'm like, nah, you don't know him.
You smell like mothballs.
Yeah, this guy's annoying. He's fucking judging me all day and shit, trying to give me fucking advice on things he doesn't know. I'm like,
So annoying.
Oh, we'll get, dude. Some workshops we'll get an expert, like someone that's done like Wu Shua Shui Shaolin for like freaking 20 years, and they're like,
And do you want to start teaching the class?
yeah, they're like, well, yeah, and then we'll have people on social media like comment too on the videos. It's like that wouldn't work. If I really wanted to attack that old lady, I would.
God. Oh my god.
good for you.
Yeah.
Good job.
Fucking tough guy.
Yeah. Get me in a clinch. Watch what happens.
What kind of weird competition is that?
I got a funny question. Since we're dealing with this generation of Asian elders, does racial profiling come into play at all?
As far as
Avoiding doing it or encouraging it for safety?
For safety, it works across the board. Self-defense is self-defense. We just picked. We pick the thing that we want to relate to the most, right?
Okay.
Like if you want to help the world, you can't help everybody. You can't help everything. If you're a scientist, maybe you want to invent the cure for cancer or AIDS. For me, it was martial arts. So how can I use martial arts? And as I get older, I get closer to my roots. And so I was like, cool. I'm Asian. Let's help an Asian community that I'm close to. I respect the elderly greatly, and I know martial arts. Bam!
That's true.
Seniors fight back. I can relate to that. I can get behind that.
Because right now there isn't a bunch of footage of like white grandmas getting punched on the street. So then it
I have white grandmas coming.
They're showing up and getting help. Yeah.
You're trying to gentrify that shit too?
God damn it.
Why you trying to take away our limelight, Granny?
You can't let us have this?
Yeah, come on, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man.
Why don't you go to the Elks Lodge and get the training over there?
Knights of Columbus.
Brad Johnson. Okay?
One of my cop friends explained it to me pretty cool, where it's like, I think to the outside world sometimes it seems like it's racial profiling, but what it really is identifying the unusual thing. So, for example, if you see, just as crazy as it is to see, let's say, a random, group of 3 black guys in Monterey Park, that's alarming. I need to pay attention and see what's going on. Same thing as if we saw, 3 Asian dudes in an all-black neighborhood. That's weird, too. Mm-hmm. So I think, for them, what's really important to, prevent crime or to, keep track of what's going on is if there is an unusual thing, you have to pay attention to it. Yeah.
Like if there's a pimp with 5 girls in a bikini in the middle of December, and they're not in Inglewood, you're like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Something's a little off.
They're not in Inglewood.
Why aren't you in front of the Hong Kong supermarket?
They're at Big Bear.
If I'm in a Chinese restaurant and I see somebody eating a slice of pizza, I'm gonna notice that person regardless of race. I'm like, that whatever person, they're eating pizza in a Chinese restaurant. Do they sell that here? Is that orange chicken pizza?
Is this a simulation?
But I like what you said about if anyone enters your 12-foot space, you have to acknowledge your existence.
You have to be aware of your surroundings.
Of course.
And I learned that from doing security. Remember when we talked about doing?
Oh yeah.
Because every time I walk into the room, I'm kind of aware of just general landmarks,
Yeah.
Things that can be used as weapons, and then general people and things in the vicinity. So that way I can prepare myself in the event that even when you take a driving test, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to look at all your windows. Nobody does it anymore.
Nobody.
You're supposed to look at all your side
Constantly
mirrors.
look at mirrors. Yeah.
Dude, doing that alone prevents accidents so much, but we don't. Instead, we just look at our cell phones and drive. And we record a story or we sing a song as we drive. We do a dance.
That's way more fun.
We get mad followers.
Now I'm gonna light my back seat on fire as I drive.
Follow
That works
Ron
with
for
the
inspired
Pakistan
content.
algorithm, though.
Hashtag Pakistan. Duh. It's all about the hashtags.